Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Rhythms of Engagement. Today, we're going to be jumping into the fourth rhythm, which is understand. And what the rhythms of engagement are, if you're just jumping in, is it is a set of rhythms and daily actions and mindsets that we need to have as business leaders to create a healthy organization that increases productivity and increases our profits. And so that's what we're going to be talking about. And so we have kind of a 6-step and 6-rhythm framework that we have called SPRUCE, or the Rhythms of Engagement. And so SPRUCE is the acronym to remember them. And so story, provide value, recreate, understand, celebrate, and enjoy. And so today we're talking about understand. And to have a healthy organization, you need to have healthy people. That's right. People are at the heart of an organization. And so if you want a healthy organization, you need healthy people. And so the understand rhythm is a strong, regularly repeated pattern of seeking employee well-being and knowing them at a personal level. Really, do you understand and know your people? And so according to Gallup, what they found in terms of well-being is that there's 5 main areas of well-being, those being well, we'll jump into that. We'll jump into that later. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. And so really, something I want to talk about really briefly before we jump into the main section is that work-life balance is a faulty paradigm. People can't turn off their lives and come to work and be a robot, and then they can't turn, work off when they leave and just enjoy the rest of their life. No, they're whole beings. And so we need to treat people as whole beings and walk with them and helping them understand and have a healthy life and experience well-being in a facet of areas of their life. And one is career, but they're whole, and so they bring their whole life. And so we want to think about all of the parts of their well-being. And so we're going to talk about the 5 things, and this is from a Gallup book called Well-Being. It's something that I've learned and used in the past, and something that I think is really powerful, and something that we involve in our practice, particularly in this understanding realm. So yeah, let's jump into it. All right, so the understand rhythm, what we're really focusing on is this idea. It's kind of an overarching picture of well-being. And so in terms of that, what Gallup has found that there's 5 areas of well-being, okay? And so for someone to say, yes, I am like killing it at life, I feel fulfilled, I'm experiencing joy in life, there's 5 areas that there doesn't need to be stress. There needs to be this idea of security and comfort. And there's a role that we can play in helping our people experience well-being, not just in the ones that may focus on career, but the areas of all of their life, and us taking an interest in understanding where are they at in their well-being in all 5 areas, and what are ways that we can have compassion and come alongside of them in terms of having well-being for their entire life. And what we've found is that if you focus on this, what you're going to have at the end of the day is a better organization from top to bottom, because your people are healthy, and healthy people make healthy organizations, right? And so let's jump in, and we're going to talk real briefly about all of the 5 areas of well-being that Gallup, go check out the book Well-Being by Gallup, and how they talk about this. And yeah, that's about all we're going to do today. So let's just jump into it. So the 5 areas are career, social, finance, physical, and community. So let me say that one more time. Career, social, finance, physical, and community. Okay? And so I'm going to give a brief little definition for each and kind of talk about that. And so career well-being is basically how you enjoy your time and are simply liking what you do every day. And so I want you to think about this. To experience a full and good life, you need to wake up every day and have a sense of like, I enjoy what I'm going to do today. I'm heading to work today, and I'm not dreading this thing called work, but I'm excited for the output that I'm going to do. I'm excited for the relationships I'm going to have there. I'm just genuinely, I get to use my talents. I'm good at what I do. And there's just this general sense of like, yeah, I'm like excited to go to work. There's days where that's not always true. We want to have a full vision of that. But in terms of in the general sense, from, your day to day, you look at your year and you're like, yeah, I just like my job. This is important for someone's well-being. So the next one is social well-being. This is the idea that you have strong relationships and love in your life. And we don't just mean romantic love. We mean love that has affection and meaning and purpose, and you feel known and understood, and someone and understand them. And so that can come from a spouse and children, to your friends, to parents, brothers, sisters, any relationship, right, that are meaningful and important to us. What we really desire is that people would have great relationships. And so even one of the questions within our employee engagement survey is, do you have a best friend at work? All right. So that's a question that comes from the Gallup Employee Engagement Survey. And so we use that in the one that we use because we thought that was a really great question. And so, yeah, it connects to the social well-being, that you should have good relationships at work. And it turns out that if your marriage is struggling, you're having issues with your kids, your parents are getting older and having health problems, all of these things play into the social well-being, and it adds stress, and people bring that to the workplace. And so we want to be cognizant and understand that as leaders, and be able to step into life with them when need be, so that we can support them and to help lift that stress off of them and bear those burdens, right? And so the next one is financial well-being. We found that so many divorces, I don't know what the actual statistic is, but a large number of divorces happen because there's financial strain on the relationship. And so not only career well-being, do you enjoy what you do, but are we paying our people well and helping them overcome some of the financial challenges in their life? And are they being able to create some security around their finances? This is huge. It takes such a burden off your life when you start finding financial freedom. And so as organizations, when we want the best out of our people, paying them well, and then even on top of that, helping them learn how to budget, how to do their finances well. This is a role that we can play. And so that helps them come to work less stressed out, when they're not coming to work super worried about the paycheck, but they can worry about the mission at hand, right? This is huge. And so are we training and equipping our people to handle their finances well? Are we giving them trainings and different stuff like that? This is stuff. Is this a part of your coaching? Do you know the financial situation of your employees, and what are the debts they have, and what are big purchases that are coming up in their life, and really helping walk through? These are areas that we can play into helping people have a good financial well-being. The next one is physical well-being. Honestly, for me, this is the one, when I started learning about some of the study and the 5 things, I was like, oh man, I really have let myself go. And this is the one that I'm focused on the most right now, is my physical well-being. I eating healthy? Am I working out? Is my body able to have good health? And do I have enough energy to get the things done that I want to do on a regular basis? This is huge. And so I know so many organizations are creating wellness plans, and their physical health is a part of that. And so I just encourage us to continue to do that. And having questions. If you see someone's health starting to deteriorate, stepping in and asking questions, gaining understanding on what's going on. Is there some kind of stress that's leading to some kind of physical health? What is the situation that's underlying there? And then how can we as leaders and managers come alongside people and help them regain their physical health? And then the last one, this one, was a little surprising to me when I first learned about it, is community well-being, or the sense of engagement you have within the area you live, right? That you go home and you say, this is my community. If that's a faith community, or a community based on, your geographical area, the school your kids go to, whatever that might be, a sports team that you're a part of, is there a sense that like there's a space for you, that you belong somewhere, and that you're engaged, not just in the workplace, but within the broader community of your town, city, whatever that is. And so is there a sense that you belong and that you have a place, that you're engaged and like you care about what happens to that community? That like the growth and development and the well-being of that community is important. So creating a community culture where people really care about each other on your team is a huge part. That your organization can actually be the community and that people experience that connection and engagement to increase the sense of need of having a place where they belong. And then encouraging them to find those places outside of the workplace as well, because yeah, probably the workplace isn't the only place that you should find that. And so us finding that balance, and everyone might have a different balance. Some people want to be best friends and family with the people they work with. Other people are like, yeah, like I just want to come in, I want to have good relationships, but like my people are somewhere else. And just respecting that and guiding people through that process. So as people leaders, we should know the well-being of our people, and we should desire what's best for them. So we should desire what's best for the organization and not the organizational goals over the individuals. And sometimes that's this rub because we have a mission, we have organizational goals, but what trumps is the people's well-being. And this is why this is better for the whole organization collectively, is that when we don't focus on the individual well-being over the organizational goals, if that gets switched and we care more about the organizational goals, we're going to lead people towards burnout. And then they're going to be showing up less engaged, less productive, less efficient, and we're going to see the organization as a whole. And so if we have a whole collection of people, the creativity, the problem solving, all of those things are going to start disappearing within our organization. And so when we start really caring about the individual well-being of all of our employees, what's going to happen is we're going to have a collective growth of well-being, and we're going to hit the goals that we have. And so it feels wrong. It feels like we really need to hit these goals and we really need to be worried about the mission. But sometimes we need to open up our hands and say the well-being of an individual is far more important. And the reality is that it's strategic for us to reach the goals that we have as an organization. So, hey, if this has been helpful and you want to continue to learn about organizational health and the rhythms of engagement, hit the subscribe button. My name's Chaz Becker, founder of JoyTow, and it's been a great day, and I hope you have one.